What up, witches? We all know what time of year it is, and the fall equinox is very soon upon us. So I just wanted to do a very quick, short list on the ways that you can celebrate the fall equinox. So the first and most simplest way you can celebrate the fall equinox is obviously with decorating, and that's changing out your altar, making it a fall altar, just decorating around your house in general with all the fall colors, with anything ritualistic that you feel like you need to add in. Obviously, there's nothing specific. If you know what type of witch I am, there's nothing specific that I feel like you should be doing. I don't feel like there's anything that's like, you need to do this, but just in general, things that speak to you or things that you think represent the fall equinox and things that you want around your home are things that you can just like decorate. I mean, there's obviously the things like the leaves and the pumpkins and things like that, but just in general, decorating your home for the fall equinox. The next thing is to gather with friends and family and just like have a nice dinner, have a nice meal, share some food together. Because the fall equinox is a time of harvest, this would be the perfect time to do that. It would also be the perfect time to host like a type of potluck meal. I know with the Rona going around, it's not ideal, but it can be done because there are families that live together, obviously, and that have no choice but to be around each other. And so that's a good way to like get the people that are already around each other, or there's precautions you can take, there's steps you can take to make sure that you're safe in doing it. But this would be the perfect time to host something like a potluck because, like I said, it's the time of the harvest. It's when everyone will be bringing in all of their goods that they have spent all spring growing. So this would be the time to share that with all your friends and family, and hosting like a get together or a potluck where everyone brings a specific dish or a specific meal, whether that's the meal is based around the fall equinox or not. It's still just a great time to host a nice small, we'll call it, okay, a small get together with family, get together with friends, and just have a nice time together. The fall equinox is also the time of balance, as it is when there are equal days, equal number of hours of lightness and darkness. In theory, obviously that's not the truth, but you know, in theory, the days and the nights are becoming more equal in hours. Did I say that right? I said it right. So this is a time for balance I keep saying days, as the hours of light and dark balance out. It is a time to balance out yourself and balance in whatever way you feel makes you balanced. For some people that's meditation, for some people that's just redoing their altar, for some people that's decorating more balanced, like myself. Even though I do that all the time, it's just all my decorations, it needs to be balanced. If there's one thing on this side, there needs to be something on that side. I need some balance to everything that I do. So for some people, the balance can be in decorating. The balance can be in just cleansing your house, cleansing your altar, just anything that gets you balanced. Anything from writing lists to make yourself feel more balanced, just cleaning up to make your space feel more balanced. Just anything that you feel brings you balance is the type of things that you're going to want to do during the equinox. This is also a really good time to do some grounding exercises, and that is, by grounding, I personally mean like going outside and putting either your feet or really any part of your body in contact with the bed, like any bare part of your body in contact with the earth, with the ground, with the soil, with the dirt, with the rocks, just getting a feel for the earth again, because there's not a lot of time for a lot of people. For some people there is, but for a majority of people, there's not a lot of time where our bare skin is against the earth. And so we need to ground a little bit and get some of that back. And because of the whole balance thing, like I said, this is also a really good time to do some grounding work and to just balance yourself out with the earth again, balance yourself out with the universe again, just get in balance again. And grounding is really, really helpful in balancing yourself out again. Another way to celebrate is to do some self-reflection. And by self-reflection, I mean looking at all of the goals that you set for yourself. Are they still the same goals? Do you still want to achieve these things? Have you achieved these things? And is it time to set new goals? Is it time to grow on those goals? Is it time to expand? Things like, do your manifestation boxes still hold all the goals that you want? And then is it time to change them out? Is it time to let go of the things that you have already accomplished? Do your vision board still hold the same goals in you? Is it time to make a new vision board? If it is, this equinox is a great time to make a new vision board. Maybe it's time to maybe it's time to get a new manifestation box. Maybe it's time to make a new manifestation box. This would be a great time to make one of those. Just any type of thing where you self-reflect and reflect on all the goals that you had set for yourself in the beginning of the year. Are they still the same? Did you achieve them? What has changed in them? What has stayed the same? What do you need to do to reach them? Just anything like that. Time to self-reflect. Just balance again, like I said, come back to alignment, figure out where you want to go and how you need to get there. This is also a great time to start a cleanse. I know when we were younger, we would always do cleanses on the equinoxes and the solstices. We wouldn't use any electricity. We would only eat like raw things, and we would just like do a raw cleanse, I guess, for the day. So whatever type of cleanse works for you, this would be a great time to do a cleanse, whether it's like a water cleanse, a juice cleanse, a fruit cleanse, an electricity cleanse, a social media cleanse, like whatever you feel like you need to do to cleanse. This is a great time to do just a nice cleanse of it all. Also, in terms of decorating, I just remember something else I wanted to say about it. This would be a good time to create artwork centered around the autumn equinox. It's a good time for decorating. If you can't go out and buy decorations, even if you can go out and buy decorations, it's really nice to make your own. This would be a good time to like draw, paint, sketch, anything, digital art, whatever your thing is, sculpt, craft, anything like that. Sew, needlepoint, make a knit, This would be a good time to display any decorations you've made, anything like that, or just make new ones with the equinox in mind. This would be a good time to display those in your house. Another thing that you can do during the fall equinox is to do an equinox ritual. And whatever that means for you, like any type of simple ritual, it could be like the simplest ritual. You can sit down, you can reflect on all of the things that you've accomplished, all the things that you've done, all the things you want to let go of. Write those down. Burn them, then reflect on all the things you want to accomplish, what you want to do, the goals you want to set for yourself. Burn that and release that into the universe. Now is the perfect time to do that. Everything is balanced. This is the time when the universe is ready to receive those things. I mean, the universe is always ready, but like it's ready. And that was just an example of a ritual. There's so many rituals. There's so many different ones that you can do depending on what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. Google them, find them on Pinterest, find them in a book. Just if rituals are your type of thing, stop it. Find one that works for you and do the ritual. And the last thing I'm going to say is sigils. You guys knew this was coming. You know how much I love sigils. I love sigils. I live for sigils. This would be the perfect time after you've reflected on everything, after you've decided the new goals you want to set for yourself. This is the perfect time to make a sigil based around all of that, or not. Just make a sigil because we love sigils here. This would also be a really good activity with the family. You can get everyone involved. Everyone can make their own personal sigils any way that they want. There's so many ways you can make sigils. Everyone can make their own personal sigils. You can burn them into wood. You can carve them into wood. You can paint them on wood. You can paint them in a picture. You can draw it. You can do whatever you want. You can collect sticks and you can build it, which is one of my personal favorite ways. I only have one at the moment, but I am planning on collecting more sticks and doing some more. Actually, I'm going to be doing that with the sigil that I'm going to create myself for the equinox. And that's a really fun way to get a lot of people involved in the celebration. And that was just a couple of ways that you could celebrate the equinox. Obviously, there are so many more ways. There's a plethora of ways. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. There's whatever way works for you and whatever way you feel like you're celebrating it properly. Like with all holidays, it's what feels right to you and what you think you should be doing during the holiday. But in case you needed a little bit of tips on what to do, this is what this is, just to help you out. Even if it's just a stepping point, even if it's just a stepping ground, even if it's just the barest of an idea and you can take it and fly with it, and this gave you the idea of what you want to do to celebrate it. Even though it's a little bit late because the equinox is tomorrow, we still have time. And who says you have to, yes, you should celebrate it on the equinox, but who freaking says you have to? If you can't get everybody together tomorrow, do it on the weekend, do it next week. Who cares? As long as you're celebrating the coming in of the equinox, it is what it is. There's no rules. Okay, that's all I have to say. Bye.